Netflix is quietly killing a passion anime project. I did a brief scrolling for this, and there is a lot of interesting points which I'm going to cover, but this is one in particular that really stood out to me. The producer for WIT Studios, aka that's working on this anime, made a public post, carefully avoiding names, begging Netflix to actually promote the show. And here is the proof of that. You pull it up, this is their public tweet, which was posted back in March of last month, and if you click translate, it says, "Please do your best to promote it. I can't do it on my own. Seriously, please. It's still buried deep. Red in Company. It's time to show the world your power." If you haven't caught on, Red in Company, it's Netflix. Netflix is literally known for the big red N. So, pretty much, this is a producer that is working on the upcoming anime that is set to come out today called Moonrise. And there has been basically next to no advertisement for the series, and when you have the producer literally begging Netflix to advertise the said product, you know things are bad. On top of that, there's some damning information that even WIT Studios had to apparently make their own PV trailer and promote it and advertise it instead of Netflix doing it, which is also very embarrassing. I'll get into that as well as I read this. But basically, this entire post that was created 2 days ago really just goes to show the problem that Netflix has, and a lot of companies have when it comes to advertising products. This is very similar to kind of my complaints I had with ReZero that came out on Crunchyroll. They basically did next to no advertisement, and when when Core 2 of Season 3 came back, almost nobody knew it returned, besides the mega fans of ReZero. And I noticed a lot of these anime companies just have an absolute issue with actually advertising series. And in this case, Netflix has done this before. This is not necessarily something quote-unquote brand new to Netflix, but it is pretty bad when you factor in just the amount of passion that has been poured in this project that I'm about to talk about. And so today, I owe it not just to Moonrise and the talented people that has been backing this project, but also you, the audience, to become aware that this actual anime exists and literally is out today. So let's get right into it. Let's just start from the beginning. Let's read this. There's something incredibly frustrating happening right now with Netflix and anime, and I am not talking about bad dubs or weird subtitles. This goes deeper. We're witnessing a disaster class in anime marketing, and somehow it's flying completely under the radar. There's an ongoing anime about to air, aka today, made by none other than WIT Studio. And almost no one knows it's coming out in 2 days. Why? Because Netflix has done virtually nothing to promote it. The anime, Moonrise, was first announced back in 2018. I'll pull up the article here for you guys can see. It was literally announced in 2018, and the landscape of anime was so much different back then. Like, it's just hard to imagine how different 2018 is to 2025 right now. But basically, anime was just so vastly different. This was an era before Demon Slayer. This was an era before, just anime really became super popular like it is post-COVID. It was a completely different time period. And it showcases how long ago this announcement has been and how long it's been in the production cycle for all these years. So it's a series that has history. It's a series that has been worked on by a lot of people for a while, and so there is a lot of weight behind it. So the fact that it's basically had next to no advertisement, especially with how long it's taken, is pretty sad. But let's get back to the article, or what the post actually says. It quietly went through years of development, story writing, world building, pre-production. Then in 2022, it finally resurfaced during Netflix's Geeked Week, their Wizard of Oz style showcase, with a single trailer. After that, total radio silence. Anime productions almost never take this long, which is true. Usually when people think of anime productions, usually when it's announced, typically the anime is going to come out about a year, maybe 2 max, once it's announced. So they are right. The fact that this was literally announced like 7+ years ago and it's now finally coming out, it is pretty insane. It's definitely been in production for a very long time. Most are slapped together under brutal deadlines, sometimes just weeks before broadcast. I don't know how accurate that one is. But this one, it's been in active production since at least 2022. With animators confirming they were working on it from 3 years ago up until recently. That kind of timeline is extremely rare, and it tells you just how much effort and planning went into this project. And the staff lineup is insane. First off, we got character designs by Hiromu Arakawa, the author of Fullmetal Alchemist. This is them. This is literally the author of Fullmetal Alchemist. I think everybody recognizes that name, but they've also made, for instance, Yomi. They've made, Arslan. They've made countless major hits within manga, so they're not a relatively, unknown author. They are a very well-known author and artist that has made a very iconic designs for different characters. So the fact that they are literally doing the character designs for Moonrise is very telling just how much talent is being put into the anime, so to speak. Anyways, then comes Yasuyuki Ibara, the legendary action animator behind that iconic 17-second sequence, which I'll pull up here for you can see. This is the iconic sequence of Attack on Titan. It is a very beautiful animated segment that I think a lot of people recognize, and a lot of people reference and use this for clout farming and stuff online. It's very iconic. So this animator is also working on Moonrise that, once again, is set to come out today that nobody even is aware of. Anyways, on Attack on Titan Season 1. His work speaks for itself. There's also Takuma, who served as action director for Attack on Titan Season 1, 2, and 3, bringing intense 3D MG sequences to life, which is this right here, as you can see. These intense sequences with using the movement and the three-dimensional maneuver gear. These are scenes that really speak for itself. I think a lot of people recognize it. Anyways, they have those people working on the show. And topping it off is Masashi, a director of Attack on Titan Season 2 and Season 3, and now the confirmed director of the highly anticipated One Piece remake. Yeah, that One Piece remake. This isn't just a good team. This is an all-star team of talented creators. So with that kind of talent, you'd think Netflix would go all in on promotion, right? Nope. Only a month before release, aka a month ago, a second trailer finally dropped. And get this, Netflix didn't even make that trailer. It was made by WIT Studios themselves, which was a first for them. Pull this up. This is basically a first for WIT Studios to ever make. I'll pause this so you can see. This preview is produced by WIT Studios for the first time. Even though we had no idea how to do it at all, Akamatsu and I asked a lot of different people and were able to complete it. It's really amazing that someone can make so many previews a year with such a limited time and schedule. AK, this is confirmation that WIT Studios has never made an actual PV and compiled it together. It's usually another company or a producer, etc. that does it. The fact that Netflix didn't even do it is embarrassing. That is very embarrassing, but let's get back to the post. Anyways, now some folks might assume it's normal for studios to edit their own trailers, but it's actually not. According to the animation producer from WIT Studio, trailers are typically handled by the company that owns the rights, like Aniplex or Kadokawa. They're the ones with marketing departments. Studios are supposed to focus on production, not PR. The fact that WIT had to cut their own trailer just shows how little Netflix cares about the production or promotion of this project. It gets worse. The same producer made a public post carefully avoiding names, begging Netflix to actually promote the show, which I already, showed early on in this video. Imagine working on something for years, aka since 2018, pushing for quality, building a world from scratch, only to see the platform with the largest reach just not care. Early screenings say the show is actually good. Strong direction, stunning animation, fantastic music, and a cool premise. It may stumble a bit in the middle episodes, but it picks up again by the end. And honestly, while not flawless, it absolutely deserves a chance, especially considering how much work and time went into creating something special. But because of Netflix's refusal to lift a finger, it's going to fly under the radar, and that's not just disappointing, it's infuriating. Moonrise is a sci-fi series made by WIT Studios consisting of 18 episodes about the Battle of Earth and Moon. It's described as a space opera, getting inspiration from such shows as Battlestar Galactica for its action design. You can watch the trailer for Moonrise from here. Too long to not read, Netflix is about to release a new original anime from WIT Studio, of Attack on Titan, like, you know, producers that made the early seasons of Attack on Titan, called Moonrise. And they're almost done zero marketing for it. It's been in production for years with an all-star team. Early reviews say the show's solid with great direction, animation, music, and years of effort put into it. But thanks to Netflix's silence, almost no one even knows it's dropping in 2 days. This isn't just lazy, it's a complete disaster in anime production. So, I wanted to relay the message. I saw this post, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm infuriated just finding out about this, because I remember hearing about Moonrise years ago. I do. I actually vaguely remember, like, for instance, this article. I think I might even have made a video or a discussion post on this years ago. I don't know. I would have to dig it up. But the point is the fact that there is no advertisement, and I know there hasn't because I haven't seen it, is pretty sad. Especially when you look at the facts that was presented in that post. It's really embarrassing for Netflix as a company not to do something and promote it. But I do want to point out, this isn't necessarily the only time they've done this. Netflix does this pretty much with most of their anime. This is not the first or last time this is going to happen, but this more or less is an inherent problem with Netflix's marketing department, and I think that whatever is going on here, they need to improve this, because it is absolutely a disaster that something like this with so much backing behind it is just not known. Like, there's a lot of people that are going to go about their day for the next few weeks and not even know this anime exists, and they might see it pop up and they're like, oh, what is this? And they might watch it eventually, but like, why was this not advertised? Why did I not know this existed? That's sad, man. Like, that's actually sad. And this kills anime. This actually does kill anime from ever becoming popular. It's like my issues I had with Disney Plus. With Disney and how they picked up a lot of shows in the past, like Summertime Renderer, you know, that show got killed right off the gate. Like, it was really popular. Like, people liked it. Like, the people that watched it liked it. It was popular to them. But, it didn't become as popular as it could have because, Disney didn't advertise it, and they also had it locked behind Disney Gel. And so there's a lot of things working against, like, for instance, Moonrise. Netflix just refuses to advertise. They refuse to, you know, do anything to really promote products. And then it also has, like, potentially Netflix Gel, where it might not be released locally or worldwide or whatever, because, you know, maybe there's some licensing issues or whatever. So I think that, in general, Netflix and Disney really have a bad issue with anime releases. I've always said that. I am happy they exist because they are a competitor to Crunchyroll. I think there needs to be competition, but it doesn't mean I can't complain about Netflix and Disney and their overall way they produce anime or just present anime, because it does harm these shows. It does. And they could do much better if they really focused on it, because it's clearly there is a market for anime and manga, and Netflix has to have seen it. I mean, they got a lot of viewership for anime on their platform, so it's just like, why not promote it more? You could get so much easy money. It would be so easy to promote a project like this, because it's like, it's attached to Attack on Titan, it's attached to Fullmetal Alchemist, it has these iconic animators on it, it's by WIT Studios that's working on the One Piece remake. Like, why not advertise this? It is the easiest way to advertise a show when you have all these banger, like, team members working on the said project. It's wild to me. But, I want to leave it at that. I'm going to definitely give Moonrise a watch. I'll probably do a first impressions on it once I finally sit down and watch it. It's apparently going to be out today, so I'm going to be watching it. So I'm making this video just to spread awareness of it, but also showcase Netflix. Stop doing this. It's awful, man. You are really hurting a lot of anime when you do stuff like this. Be better. But okay, be safe, stay healthy, guys. Love you. Chibi out.